is very important to be maintained. Like we generally focus on our physical health or something like that, but even mental health is equally important.
That's so nice, Bhairavi. You told what we wanted to portray. So that's really nice. Anyone else who wants?
Thank you.
Yeah. Are we still sorting things?
બીજો માણસ કાર્ડ લઈને આવે પેલા પૂછવાનું કેટલા લેવાના છે મેં ઓલાને કીધું બહુ મોંઘું છે પૈસા નહીં આપતા કાર્ડ હું તમને કઈ પછી જવું જોઈએ
સોશિયલ મ્યુટ કરવું પડશે તારે
અંદર નહીં આવે પછી કરું જમીને કરું ચાલ
I think the host should mute everyone out there.
But I guess the host is sorting things out right now.
Become the co-host, ne? Because you are also speaker.
Actually, I don't know how to.
Right.
Yeah, so till then, anyone wants to share their experience? Looks like Anita wants. Let's see.
फोडलेलं कुठलं आहे
I'm ready, Neha.
चमचा चमचा नाही असंच राहणार आहे
Shailaja, do you want to say something or mute yourself? Okay, I can do that.
Neha, I'm ready.
Yeah, you are ready? Okay. So Bhairavi just shared her experience. She is a healer by profession. So she just shared her experience. I was just seeing if somebody else wanted to. Looks like right now there's no one who wants to. So yeah, we can start, Pula.
Oh yeah, yes. Very good afternoon to everyone. Thank you for accepting our invite and being here. Thank you, Neha, for the opportunity. It's always very good to work with you. Thank you very much. This is especially we have thought of this session for those who are who have experienced the pandemic and also who have come across that painful situation. And I am also a victim of this pandemic in the sense my husband has gone through this COVID, and I know whatever we are speaking, and it's not out of somebody from outside speaking about this. Being a victim, and also because I come from criminological background, I use this word victim. Because such was the pain we were undergoing as a family, because my husband got infected during the first wave. So you can understand how much of stigma, how much of things we would have faced. So then I started thinking about doing something about this mental health thing, and strengthening people as how to stay strong during this pandemic and post-COVID also. So that is the idea we both had, and we have a wonderful partner, Dr. Neha, with me. We both are planning many such programs together. Thank you for being here. And we thought of having a small game activity also, but since we never thought that there will be such a overwhelming response. Thank you very much for being here. And we know your names from the screen. Randomly, we'd like to, tell us the colors you like. Just, it will be good if I call your name and ask you. Yeah, otherwise all unmuting and it will be a big confusion. So can I ask Geeta what color you like?
Blue, ma'am.
Blue. Wow. Yes. And Ridisha, I'm sorry if I'm not okay with the pronunciation.
Blue.
Oh, blue. There are a lot of two.
We are actually 3 of us logged in from Ridisha's account.
Oh, okay.
All right. Nasreen Sheikh. Okay. Can I ask Jenny also? Our friend.
Yeah.
Olive green.
Olive green. Wonderful. Yeah. Dr. Farida, if I can disturb you.
Red.
Red. Oh, wow. Yeah. And Neerav.
Neerav?
My favorite color is purple.
Purple. Okay. And Kaushal.
Black.
Black. Excellent. So we all have a taste. Yeah, we have a uniqueness. And anybody else would like to, you can put it in the chat box also. Your favorite colors. I'll give you a half a minute or so. Black. Moinsa. Yeah. You're there. All right. Neha chose pink.
Yeah, Rupal is saying orange. Yeah.
Yeah. And anybody else would like to? Thank you, Moinsha.
Black, blue, yeah. Black, blue, pink. Nasreen is pink. Shailaja blue.
Yeah.
Where's Shailaja? Yeah. Black. Yeah. Jimit
Alright.
blue.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you for your response. Everyone, though we mention about the same color, if I ask you what tint you like, then there will be some unique characteristics. So everybody is born with unique characteristics. There is no two similar persons on this earth. That's what social workers believe. There cannot be a Xerox copy of this earth. There can be similar person, but there cannot be a Xerox copy of Beulah on this earth. There is only one Beulah, born, one Beulah lives, the same Beulah dies. That's all. There is everything. So we are all unique. We are all created in a unique manner, and we handle everything in a unique manner. Probably we can learn from others' experience, but the handling is more of unique in nature. So that is the purpose of we being here. Yeah, just a second. So we wanted to ask you, me and Neha, we wanted to ask you some of the problems, maybe feeling level or thinking level, or in your behavior, some of the changes that would have happened during COVID and post-COVID. Can I ask you to quickly type into the chat box? Can I ask Dr. Farida to mute yourself?
Changes, if you say, becoming more friendly, more loving than what I was.
Okay, wonderful. Yeah. So you've become more friendly, more loving. Excellent. Yeah, can I ask you to type into the chat box, like in the feeling level, whatever you have or you have experienced, and at the thinking level, and some changes in the behavior, if at all you have experienced during this COVID. COVID and post-COVID, because we have, I believe this is a group of people who are experiencing COVID and who have come across COVID. Yeah, behavior-wise, we are not able to go out. Movement is restricted. Yes, develop lots of patience. Very good. I'm seeing a lot of positive things coming out here, which I never heard in this kind of group. That's because of Neha counseling you already. Yeah, being alert. Yes, good. Outside work area after second wave, helping people overcome. Yeah, good. And Ridisha says cooperative and adjusting. Excellent.
Yeah. So someone has written they are currently patients, so they are more anxious and fatigued also right now.
Yeah, that will be there. It is quite very, very normal to feel that way. It is not something strange. You will be anxious. You will be worried. You will be tensed. You will face stress. It is not at all abnormal. It is very, very normal. Anything else do you see, Neha, in the chat box?
No, not really.
Yeah. Anybody else would like to express or put it in the chat box? Can I ask you to put up your, put that reaction icon, raise hand of those who had already come across that COVID problem, post-COVID. Can you put that raise hand icon? This icon. Excellent. Mohinsa is one, Neerav, Ritisha. Neha, all others are still patients or what?
Yeah, there are a few patients also. There are more of doctors, but I don't know whether they know how to do the raise hand.
Okay. All right. So that's wonderful. I appreciate that. And we want to, know what specific problems you faced after coming across the pandemic, like after crossing this COVID-19. Can I request Mosina to share?
Hi. So I just wanted to clarify what exactly you meant. Was it like what I faced because patients or at least personally, if I have
your personal story, your personal.
Okay. So very early on, when the pandemic was just being on its way to India, I was trying to create as much as possible amongst the friends and family. People at that time was casual. There wasn't much happening, and even if that was it was being counted. So because of the casual, a lot of people
Mosina, your voice is cracking.
Oh, I am so sorry. Am I?
Now it's better. Now it's better.
Okay.
Now it's better. Yeah.
Okay. So I'll just start from the beginning. So when this is about the beginning of 2020, when internationally we were getting news coverage of the COVID pandemic, but within India there wasn't much of a repercussion. So at that time, when I was trying to create awareness within the friend and family network, because we do have people who live abroad. So at that time, what happened was people were kind of very casual about it. They were not too bothered about it. But when the lockdown suddenly happened, that time they became helpless, and they were like suddenness of the entire situation caught them unawares. So during that time, the panic that happened, then which led to further frustration, and when people started falling sick, and then they realized that this is not just like a normal viral fever, but things can get actually serious. And then they started reaching out. So at that time, the panic that was there, and the helplessness that was there. It took a huge mental toll on everybody, I think. So at that time, it was very important to remain patient, to have a cool and collected head, to be able to coordinate between medical and paramedical officials as to how to proceed and when to proceed. These are certain aspects which I had difficulty in, because online we are not very used to reaching out. We are more used to on an offline basis. So that was one huge shift that we all face, that everything has to be now done online, via phone, via internet. So that is one major obstacle that I faced. Thank you.
Thank you, Mohsina, for sharing. Thank you very much. And it was really, everyone will acknowledge that and with me that it was a painful experience. It is a painful experience. This post-COVID issues. And it also affects our mental health. That is what we are planning to concentrate now. Anybody else would like to share your experience, post-COVID experiences, what you actually faced?
Somebody's talking. Actually, I have a question for people who have already gone through COVID. I have been reading online a lot about like long COVID and symptoms that exist even after the quarantine period and all that. So it's like making me really anxious. So I was wondering if people who have gone through COVID can talk about, what complications are they facing after having gone through COVID in terms of symptoms or, this long COVID symptoms and those kinds of things.
करोड़पति बनी थी ना अभी
Dr. Neha will be answering.
Yeah, I will take that question up. Actually, I was thinking if my friend could take up, because Anita was saying that she will speak, but let me see. It seems the audio was not connecting. Anita, can you unmute and speak something? Okay, looks like her audio is not getting connected.
Right, yeah. Neha, I think overall what they have shared is they have some issues, yeah, and which are physical and also mental.
Yeah.
So, I request you to start the session and then I'll take up the mental health part.
Okay. Yeah. So first we will start with COVID. So yeah, before we get COVID, like how to prevent COVID, as you all know, masking, social distancing, not stepping out of home much, only if it's required. Whoever steps out of the home, to do social distancing with people who are in the home, so that the others who are not stepping out and taking care of themselves are prevented from getting infected. And mainly, this is our parents or senior citizens are the one who are more affected. They can't go out with people, so they feel lonely at home because we are not there always to take care of them. We are going out to work, but then they feel affected because they feel they don't have anyone to chat to. They don't go out. They don't go to the garden, so their routine is disturbed. So we have to take special care for them, so that they don't feel alienated. कि no, हमको अलग कर दिया है, हमारे साथ कोई नहीं है, हम अकेले घर पे कैसे रहेंगे, घर में बच गए हैं, so that उनको नहीं feel होना चाहिए. So we have to take care that they don't feel that. Now, once you are already affected with COVID, it's the same social distancing, masking. So that is again compulsory. So it's better to be in your own room, not go out and meet people who are not infected with COVID, so that we stop the spread there. And those who are with you in your home already, when you are infected. So those people who are in your home also are not supposed to go out. That is not because they are going to be sufferers. It's just because we don't spread it. The thing is why we are being in our home is so that we don't spread to others, not even our near ones, and even those people whom we don't know. So that is something a social responsibility. हमें बाहर नहीं जाना है ताकि हम दूसरों को ना इन्फेक्ट, इसके लिए नहीं कि हम किसी को तकलीफ, हमें कुछ बुरा हो जाने वाला है. Now the third thing which most of the people with COVID think, क्योंकि उनको 14 days घर में रहना है, वो 14 days they are bound to a room only, so they don't have people to talk to, because obviously they won't have anyone with them to talk to always. Okay, चलता रहेगा बस, टेंशन मत लो. But is mic is on. Yeah, I just moved it. Okay, yeah. तो हमें ये ध्यान रखना है कि हम दूसरों को ना इन्फेक्ट करें, ना ही अपने घर वालों को. लेकिन अभी हम रूम में है, we are bound to a room. So what do we do in a room? So what did you do when you were not infected? You like listening to music, you like reading books. आपको पढ़ना पसंद था, आपको म्यूजिक पसंद था, आपको डांसिंग पसंद था. Did you like dancing? Do that. And still you are bound to a room. आपको कभी भी मर्जी हो उठ जाएंगे, कभी भी मर्जी हो सो जाएंगे. It's on you. You are getting up anytime, you are sleeping anytime. No, that is not the thing. You are supposed to have everything at a time. You wake up at a specific time, do your exercises, which is very necessary for your COVID, especially your lung exercises, yoga, pranayam, whatever you like. So you can do that, but keep everything at a time. Take your meals at a proper time. So as far as you are healthy, your physical health is healthy, your mental health is healthy, you'll be coming out of COVID very soon. So we have to adhere to that, and we have to take care that others also adhere to that. Like those who are in the room, we can try and give them a call. Okay, chalo, it's time to wake up. उठ जाओ अभी, उठने का time है. Ask them to do your exercise. उनको पूछो क्या क्या आपने आपकी exercise की? Have you measured your oxygen? आपने oxygen check किया है तो हमें भेजो कि आपने oxygen check किया है कि नहीं. So we have to monitor that. Give them proper healthy food. ऐसे नहीं कि बस COVID है तो बाहर से order किया, which is very common where I am there, so people always order from outside. So no, please go ahead and take healthy food. So that is required. And take small meals if you are not able to eat, because obviously with so many medicines, stress, tension, we are not able to eat properly. So take small healthy meals. That is also okay. And just think, you always used to think, आप लोग हमेशा सोचते थे कि मुझे कभी 10 दिन छुट्टी मिल गया तो मैं ये करूंगी, वो करूंगी, आराम करूंगी. तो ये मिला है. You have got this 10 days, 14 days. So try and do what you always wanted to do. Read books, dance, learn something new. Now so you have internet. You can go on your YouTube. You can do whatever you want to learn. You can do that. You want to play cards. You can do that. And everything is available on the mobile now. You can play Ludo with your friends. So you can always try and connect. So as far as possible, how much ever you are positive, आप जितना positive रहोगे, उतना आपकी recovery ज़्यादा होगी. So that is one thing that I always want to convey. और अभी post COVID के COVID बहुत लंबा चलेगा. It's very rare कि COVID बहुत लंबा चलेगा. हम इतने सारे लोगों में इतने सारे लोग infected हो गए. There are so many people who have been infected. उसमें से I guess we will be knowing what 1, 2, 5, 10 people जिसका COVID ज्यादा चला है, whose COVID has been gone longer than what others have been had. So no, it's not that everyone will be having a longer COVID. No, if you do your exercise and everything, yeah, you will be good. You will be okay in 15, 17 days. Younger people get good quickly, so they can join their work quickly. Older people may get a bit delayed, but delayed as in उनको थोड़ा weakness लगेगा. They may feel a bit weak, or maybe they may feel a bit lethargic, but that could also be because of your mental health and stress, because you are homebound, bound to a room. So you may be feeling depressed. So that depression to get out of yourself, that will take time. So that's the and yeah, if you have got complications like diabetes, BP and everything, yeah, then maybe your COVID may go a bit longer. So it depends, but it's not that everybody has it. It's like from all the COVID people, only 1% of them have it that way, that their COVID has. Yeah. There is only 1% of them whose COVID must have gone longer, but yeah, the newspapers highlight what? Yes, the COVID ye ho gaya, COVID se wo ho gaya. This has happened through COVID. This person died because of COVID. But no, those are the highlighting. Those are only 1% of it. So better not to read the depressing news. Close down your newspaper. Do whatever you like. So be a good thing to do. And yeah, post-COVID, you may even experience a bit of hair loss, weakness, but then all that can be taken care of with your diet and exercise. So that will be there. Yeah, Beulah, you would like to go ahead? Oh, anybody has any more questions actually?
I can add one thing to this, if
Yeah,
you don't mind.
Sure.
Meditate, very important, because along with breathing exercises, meditations have helped a lot of my patients.
Yeah. Yeah, Beulah.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you for sharing that. Thank you very much. And when we talk about mental health, like what we planned is to help you to understand what is our mental health. And like physical hygiene, we have mental health hygiene. We are going to talk about that for some time. Let me share my presentation. Okay. So this is what we were planning to help you with, mental health hygiene. What do we think is our mind? What are the components of our mind, or what do you think is our mind? Do we have an organ by name mind? Have you ever thought about it? Is mind, this concept, real? Yeah. Any reflections? Yeah, thank you, Rakshit, for joining. Thank you very much. This is, yeah. Any reflections on what is mind?
Yeah, Mausina said mental well-being is very real.
Yeah, it's very real. Yeah, mind is something like a air. We cannot see. We have doctors also in this session. Hope this will be a bit basic for you. But since we are concentrating on the patients, I'd like to make it very simple for them. Mind is something that we can feel and we cannot see physically. Brain is something we can see, whereas mind is not a physical organ, but a mental organ, which like air. We can feel air, but we cannot see air. So such is the connectivity between mind and air. So this mind has got, for your simple understanding, I'm putting everything into simple terms, has got three components: the thoughts, feelings, and behavior. Or everything we do, the outcome of the mind. These three areas have to be taken care of very well to stay physically fit, because these three things will influence your physical health also. So that is why we are concentrating more on this mental health. Taking care of these three things, keeping it healthy, is called as mental health. In a very layman's understanding term, I'm telling you, your thoughts, your feelings, your behavior is very, very important. A very simple example. Can I ask 2-3 of you to unmute and tell me what lunch did you have? Mosina, yeah.
Dal chapati.
Yeah, did you like it?
Of course.
Yeah. What did you do after eating? What did you do after eating?
Well, some cup of coffee. That.
I'm not getting you.
Sorry,
yeah, there is somebody has told paneer with chapati. Yeah. So did you like? So you liked it, and you enjoyed it, right?
Yes. Yes. I felt satisfied.
When you do something, yeah, satisfied. So every activity in our life is connected with feeling, right? Every activity. For example, if you think of your wife and husband, or a boyfriend or girlfriend, what do you feel? Or our parents, let me put it very simple. Our parents, our father, our mother, what do we feel?
Love.
Love. We feel happy. Yeah. So whether it is a behavior or a thought, it is connected to our feelings. This is what we call as mental health. Feelings connected to behavior, behavior is connected to thoughts, thoughts are connected to feeling. The reason I asked Mosina about the feeling about her chapatis is, if I feel good, if I'm taking it from my mother, if I feel good, what will I do immediately? Ma, thank you. Today it is very tasty. That's a response we are supposed to give. When I feel good, I think good, I do good. When I feel bad, if the lunch is not at all, if the lunch is hopeless, what will we do? And if we are taken it from a hotel, we'll use all possible descriptions. And nowadays we log on to, immediately to the review section, and we give all negative comments about the hotel. Because we nowadays follow the review system. If the review is good, we drop in there. Otherwise, we leave that place. If I feel good, I do good. I think good, I do good. When I do good, I think good, I feel good. It's all vice versa. That is what we call as mental health. And in this mental health, you get two positive feelings and negative feelings. You do positive things.
Abhyura, your voice has been gone. Just, yeah.
Somebody has muted me.
Yeah. It was me by mistake.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah.
All right. When you feel good, you think good, you do good. When you feel, when you do bad, you think bad. It's all a combination. You cannot say feeling, thinking, behavior, or behavior, thinking, feel. It's all a mixture. Simultaneously, all this happens. So my behavior influences my thoughts. My thoughts influences my feelings. My feelings influences my thoughts. And again, it's a circle. Right? So that is why we are asking, how do you feel after COVID? That's very, very important. Let's leave whatever we faced there, all the negative feelings there in the hospital, come back home, feel fresh. It's very, very important. Who can make you feel fresh? It's me. My mental health is in my... I can ask my husband to make me feel fresh. Of course, they are all added advantage. Of course, my home is an added advantage. My relatives, my all relationship which I have will help me to go about it. But it's in my hands to feel good, to come out of it, to come out of the stigma which I faced. You remember the word I mentioned, victim. I was victimized for some time. Okay, I'm staying in a very good campus, but people who are highly educated people are around me, but still I had to face lots and lots of stigma. Nobody came to my house. Everybody quitted us. Thank God my house was the last house. If I stayed in between two houses, then God knows what a hell of problem I would have faced. So many, I thank God for those experiences, because now I understand what it is. But being a mental health professional, I was able to overcome everything. I faced it. I stayed strong. I faced it. So my feelings never, was negative. I strengthened my husband also. My husband was he had gone through this COVID thing. And I strengthened my husband. I strengthened my family. I strengthened everyone. And within a month or so, we came out of it. It's very important to take care of your mental health because it is going to have an effect on your physical health. If you don't care about your feelings, if you always feel panic, whether there will be this question in mind: will I get COVID again? I cannot promise you that we won't, but let me be ready for everything. Let me prepare myself mentally. Will my family members get COVID? There'll be lots, and will this COVID affect me negatively, physically? There'll be lots and lots of questions, in our mind. You got to fix up a session with the doctor and clarify it and get to know the facts once for all. That will help you a lot in dealing with your mental health. That you can do. That is at the thinking level. Apart from that, your feelings are very, very important. Ventilate your feelings with someone, a close friend, whatever you felt. Because when you bottle up your emotions, when you keep it to yourself, maybe a panic emotion, maybe a guilty consciousness, whatever it is, okay, you would have got COVID by not obeying your parents or by not obeying the general restrictions, then suddenly you develop a guilt because of me, my family is suffering this, that and all. No need to worry at all. It has come. Let us come out of it. It has already come. Let's come out of it. That's all. That's all you have to think. So your feelings are very, very, very important. Please tame your feelings. It's like a dog. It keeps coming behind you. Any feeling, either positive or negative, it is like a dog. You got to keep it under control. Who does my emotional control? It's me. Somebody can provoke me, but my emotion is under my control. Nobody else. Right? And my thoughts. Who can control my thoughts? It's me. I can think negative. I can think positive. Both are possible only by me. Okay. When I have the capacity to think negative, why don't I try to make it positive? It's in my hands. I can convert my negative feelings into positive feelings. When it goes uncontrollable, when I'm not able to control my feelings or my thoughts, when I don't have this authority over my thoughts, behavior, and feelings, then seek help. Then seek some mental health professional help. Then seek a counselor. As long as you have a control over your feeling, thinking, and behavior, please go ahead with it. Please try to control it. Please try to shape it. It's very, very important. And to add to what Neha told, yeah, this is what a simple example. Thought influences feeling, feeling influences behavior, behavior influences feeling, feeling influences thought. I want to do more yoga. I decide. That is my thought. So what happens? I totally feel like doing yoga right now. Immediately my feeling gets influenced. Then I start doing it. Okay. Or I get a good feeling. So I'm thinking what to do. Right. Then my thought says, do yoga. Do some activity. Go for a walk. Then I do it. Okay. So these three should have a coordination. When you think like doing a yoga and your behavior is not cooperating, then there is a problem. You feel like doing something, but your thinking and behavior is not cooperating, then you should be little worried. You should seek help. Right. And as to add to Nega's advices, get plenty of sleep post-COVID. Don't feel guilty about sleeping. Okay, get plenty of sleep, at least 6 to 8 hours. Okay, don't feel guilty or don't feel, as if you are wasting your time in sleeping. No, you need more of sleep so that the body repairs itself during your sleep. So allow the body to, repair itself during your sleep. So get good rest, have a schedule for yourself and try to follow. Again, nobody will help me to follow my schedule. It is me who is responsible to follow whatever schedule I am making. All right. Eat well. That's very, very important. And plan your meal. Okay. That's because you're fresh from COVID. Even my husband had this problem. Post-COVID, he started eating a lot. Okay. He became a foodie kind of thing for a week. I observed it off late, and then I realized that something is wrong with him. Then I started putting him on all normal things and all that. It needed some time. Maybe this problem you may have with some of us, and we are not supposed to control our instincts, but channelize it in a better manner, right? So eat well. And also eat like what you eat. Don't diet and don't dislike food and diet. Whatever you're doing, let it be, with all your likeness. Put your mind into it. Your feeling, your thinking, everything should go in consonance with whatever you're planning. And your serotonin should be in a balance. Okay, if it is serotonin hormone, if it secretes too much, it is stress hormone. If it secretes too much, then there will be a lot of issues. You will have a lot of bone metabolism will be disturbed, cardiovascular health. That's what I'm saying. All Neha, can you please mute everyone?
Yeah, I'll just do that.
So it's
actually,
and please unmute me.
Yeah.
Okay, and it also causes your eye issues, blood clotting, neurological disorders. When you allow this mind to be stressed, all these problems are possible because of rise or decrease in level of serotonin. And what are the symptoms you may experience is confusion, which that's what I wanted to, invite from you. In case post-COVID, if you still are under stress, then you may have confusion. You may have increased reflexes, okay, restlessness, hallucinations in a worst case, and extreme agitation. You feel restless, walking, not able to sit in some place, not able to sleep for 5 minutes, 10 minutes continuously, or 1 hour continuously, getting up and having insomnia symptoms, waking up in the middle and start doing something. Yeah, fluctuations in blood pressure, not a constant blood pressure, increased heart rate, nausea, vomiting, diarrhea, fever, seizures, coma. That's a very, there are certain symptoms which is very extreme, and mild symptoms are all possible. Substance that may contribute to excess serotonin is if you're on antidepressants, migraine medication, illicit drugs usage also leads to excess serotonin. Is not at all good for you. Yeah. And herbal supplements, this is something which is maybe available in Mumbai. Certain cold medications, some anti-nausea medications also contribute to excess serotonin. And we should for sure avoid smoking and come out of smoking, gradually. That adds to stress. And also, of course, avoid alcohol and any drug for that matter. Any substance abuse, any drug abuse is dangerous to our beautiful bodies. And of course, drink plenty and plenty of water. That is very, very important for your good health. And expose yourself to more sunlight. it's very, very important. Otherwise, we face a lot of deficiencies. Vitamin D. Nowadays, we are asked to sit in sun for a few hours, few minutes. So it's very, very important that we get plenty of sunlight. And activity is a must for everyone, not only post-COVID, but everyone need to have a schedule for activity and exercise. It's very, very important, especially in mental health. To keep ourselves fit and healthy, it is very, very important to have activity, exercises of your own choice. I don't say that there is anything that, one size fits all. No, I don't recommend that. Everyone has to tailor make something to have some activity. That's all. For me, walking is better. So I do walking a lot. Half an hour, 1 hour, 2 hours. I don't mind walking in my own slow pace. No problem. Something has to be there. Something has to activate your whole body. That's all. So if you can do exercises, if you can go to gym, it's okay. Otherwise, this is enough. And doing something you enjoy is very, very important. Give some time for yourself. There's a verse in Bible: love your neighbor like you love yourself. So there are two things: love yourself and love your neighbor. Loving yourself, we seldom give importance to loving yourself. Dress up the way you want to. Okay, of course, yeah, we know how to. Dress up the way you want to. Be yourself. Express yourself. Give some time to yourself. Set aside some time for yourself. Enjoy your tea. Sitting outside, no problem. Take some time to go out and have some tea. You want to have some friends in the home once in a while, it's okay. Daily set aside some time for yourself, your own personal development, personal enjoyment. That is very important. You want to listen to some songs, sit and listen, no problem. You want to watch some movie, don't feel guilty about like in the name of wasting time. No, not at all. Do something you enjoy. And this is very, very important. Connect with others and be sociable with who all you like. Please connect with them. Have a healthy relationship. It's always good to have a healthy relationship, which will not spoil our any organized relationship. We have, organized relationship. So where we can allow some healthy relationship and share our feelings, which will always help us to have mental health. Sure. And of course, do things for others. Now that you have come across, something called a big pandemic, do things for others. Start helping others. I thought of playing a video. I don't know whether it is going to, play. Neha, do we have time to play video?
Yeah, I guess, yes, we can.
Yeah.
We can.
Yeah. Just give me a moment here.
Yeah, sure.
I'm just, I've logged into two systems to make it hassle-free, but that is making too many issues.
So Anita has written, guide others so that they can come out of it. That's very nice, Anita. That's true. We should help others. And others should also ask for help whenever they feel, we are stuck somewhere or somewhere. then they can always take help of their friends, and they can always ask. There's no harm in asking for help. Kesha, you want to speak something?
Is it playing with sound?
No, it's without sound right now. Yeah, now the sound.
Yeah.
दिख के आना चाहिए ना सब कुछ। ये दिख के आएगा। उसका दिख ही नहीं रहा पैच एकदम साहिबा। I guess the voice has gone again.
muted me, I believe.
Now it's coming.
Okay, yeah. I just want to, add to my point on helping others, because, helping others will come back to us. And it's a wonderful, stress burst. Just experience it. Just talk to someone who is not feeling well. Just say hi to someone. That's what we teach for our prison officers, to just say hi to the prisoners. That one, just saying a hi will change his entire behavior. So your your help is contagious. You're helping that tendency. The attitude is contagious. People will start learning it from you. I help someone, that someone, understands that how important it is to help others. The way he feels makes him, take a decision to pass it on to others. Especially when you face this pandemic or this trauma, try to help others with this and help them to relax, help them to come out of the hard feelings, whatever they have experienced. Yeah. And never ever feel bad to ask for help in case these are all possible when you understand your feelings, your thoughts, your behavior. And in case it is going uncontrollable, in case you are not able to control your behavior, or sometimes we may feel hopeless, we may feel helpless, we may have some unwanted thoughts as if because of COVID this disease is going to come, that disease is going to come. Some may say because of heavy medication you will get this disease, that disease. So many things will confuse you. Do not panic. Do not think about it. Please don't think about it. Just ask for help. With whom? With the counselor, with the social workers, with the psychiatrist, with the psychologist, or even a doctor will do. Any friendly doctor will be able to help you. So never hesitate to ask for help. Never hesitate to clarify something. Don't think that Google will teach you everything. Sometimes it may guide you wrongly. So it's always better to go to a professional and get things clarified. That's always, better. And have this attitude, I can do it. It's never too late for anything. It's not only post-COVID. It's not only during COVID. During COVID, you have to have this attitude, positive attitude. Cut off the T from that I can't, and always think positively that I can do it. It's me who's going to do it. Nobody else. Nobody else can lead my life. I know my problems. I can give solutions to my problem, and nobody else. I can do it. Can you all, even without muting, can you all say it with me? I can do it. Can we show like and say? I can
do it.
Say it with confidence. I can do it. What? You know what is it? That thing which you are thinking it is very difficult, that you can do it. There is nothing called something difficult. No, I can do it. If I think, if I want to do it, I will do it. And say this to yourself, I can. Yeah? All right. So thank you for your patient listening. Thank you so very much. Over to Neha.
Thank you, Viola. It was really wonderful. So anybody would like to ask anything or share how the session was? Can definitely unmute yourself and say. or can type in the chat box.
Yeah, please place your feedback on the chat box, or you can unmute and speak on.
Yeah. किसी को कुछ भी बताना है कैसा सेशन था और कुछ क्वेश्चंस है तो प्लीज पूछ सकते हैं, चैट बॉक्स में भी लिख सकते हैं या अनम्यूट करके बता सकते हैं. थैंक यू वन्ना फॉर अप्रिशिएटिंग. थैंक यू रिद्धि. थैंक यू फरीदा मैम. थैंक यू अनीता.
Any doubts you have, we can clarify. Neha, are we doing the last thing which we planned?
Let's see. I don't know. What do you think?
I have no problem, but just check with them.
Yeah.
They can come on video and do it.
Yeah, then we can do it. Yeah. Thank you, Geeta. Thank you, Sarangi. Thank you, Yasdi sir. Actually, thank you, Aarti. Actually, we were thinking if we could do a small dance at the end. So, is everyone okay with that? Then we all have to do it. So, if people are okay with it, can they can raise their hands?
Just to help you to come out of stress, a small action song which will help you. Even when you're alone, you can practice it and teach it to many to come out of stress. If you are interested, we have to teach
you. I guess no reply. So we will skip that, or what do you think?
Yeah, we'll skip that. Yeah.
Okay.
All right. So from my side, thank you very much for your excellent participation. Thank you. You have said it's an interactive session. We also should acknowledge that you have helped us a lot to, you have motivated us to go ahead with the session. The very participation of yours makes us feel very gratitude. Thank you very much, and looking forward to meet you with another topic. Thank you very much. Thank you, Neha, for organizing this.
Thank you, Bala. Thank you, everyone, for coming. So it was really wonderful. This is my first attempt. So it was really nice of having everyone of you around to support me. Thank you so much.
And we thank our friends from our batch who's been very supportive. Yeah. Thank you so very much. Thank you, Dr. Shailaja. Thank you. Thank you, everyone. Thank you, Anita. Thank you, Sharangi. I could see a few only from here. So
yeah.
Everyone who has placed your thanks on the chat box and for your appreciations. Thank you.
Okay, so the meeting is officially over now. So I guess people can leave if they want to.
Thank you so very much for meeting.
Yeah.
Neha, you stay back.
Yeah, I'll stay back.